Yo guys, what's going on? LuckyRave is back again to give you guys a discussion video about Hiro Mashima's upcoming game, Farmagia.
What's going on? Did we get captured again?
All he's done for this game is design the characters. And that kind of got a lot of people chattering about this upcoming game, like including myself. Like as soon as I saw the opening itself, I was like, I wonder what this will be about. And I was hoping this did get a, console release, which thankfully it's coming out on Switch and it's coming out for the PS5. So your boy's gonna be picking it up day one. And in this video, I want to go ahead and discuss about the character. You can start off with the protagonist of Farmagia. We've seen him on the cover, seen him in the opening cinematic, and from the trailers itself too. His name is Ten, and he was raised in Dantro's orphanage. When he was a child, he formed a playgroup known as Dragons of Sinfeld with Lee and Arch. Honest and bold, he prefers to act instead of sitting around thinking. Ten respects Anzer as a big brother figure, whom he hopes to surpass someday. Nothing too special per se. I mean, being honest and bold, I like that. Given the story, again, because it's not necessarily written by Hiro per se, it does leave me kind of wondering what kind of journey he goes on and, the development that he goes through in the story. That does kind of get me curious. So, next we head off Lee. Lee was raised in Dentra's orphanage, and one of Ten's best friends since childhood. He can lose his nerve at, but he usually stays calm, makes rational decisions, and keeps an open mind. He tries his best to act gruff, a trait he adopted to hide his self-consciousness. Honestly, Lee's the kind of character makes for a more comedic banter, considering that he is one of Ten's best friends since childhood. Even say a small little scuffle, playful scuffle. Next we get Arch, which, if I have to take a guess, this will probably be the girl that ends up with 10. Just saying it right now because all of Mashima's projects that I've noticed, the hero gets the girl.
Thanks for the good news.
But here's what I find interesting. She formed a playgroup known as the Groups of Senfeld with 10 and Lee as friends. Friendly, cheerful, and sincere. She's best friends with Chica, someone she sees as a younger sister. But, this very last line right here, her physical health has been failing her as of late. Definitely feel like, besides 10, Arch will kind of be our second character that we grow an emotional attachment to, just based on that last line of description. Which brings us over to Chica. She is a Farmagia who is gentle and timid by nature. So, kind of like the Moe type, which isn't a bad thing actually. She prefers to avoid conflict, understandable, not wanting to see anyone get hurt, I get that too. She looked up to Amaro as a big brother figure when she was a child, and that's basically it. Aside from what we got from Arch's description, which brings us over to Amaro. And Amaro, just like the others, raised in Dentro's orphanage, and he treated Chica like a younger sister. When they were children, he went missing at a young age while protecting Chica from a fearsome monster. That brings us over to Anzer. He was raised in Dentro's orphanage. Older than 10, he was like a big brother to him in childhood. As an adult, allotted as a natural Farmagia gene. And I mean, you could tell that too, just based on his design. And then we get to Nard, and she was amongst the Oración Seis. And if that's a name that doesn't sound familiar, Oración Seis has always been a thing. That in Raven Master, had that in Fairy Tail, had that in Eden Zero also. I'm not gonna say this is 100% guarantee. Hiro is right in the story though.
Coincidence? I think not!
No, but we do have to talk about this. So, the Oración general ruling over Average, she rebelled against Glaza to put an end to his oppressive rule. As a Farmagia, she outclasses 10 and his friends, capable of commanding throngs of monsters. As the most accomplished strategist among the Oración Seis, she is better at leading armies than waging battles solo. What I'm going to get the gist of here is that Nard will play the mentor figure amongst the group, which I think is going to be interesting. And the fact that she was a part of this rendition of the Oración Seis, I think is going to say so much. And speaking of the Oración Seis, we've got Lyson, who will be the charming enchantress, and she looks beautiful. I just want to say that right now. She looks amazing. Then you've got Manus, who will be the ruthless researcher. And he looks interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Then you've got this dude, Corpus, the furious berserker. This dude, woo! Intimidating as hell. I can't wait to see what he has to hold. Then you've got L'Oreal, who will be the glutton for fear. And of course, you've got Glaza, who I'm going to assume will be the final antagonist, the overall story of Farmagia. And if you notice the world building itself, you've got like these 5 different like islands, right? Which I'm going to assume will kind of be similar along the lines of the Alola region from Pokemon. I think that's what we're gonna go for here. You're gonna have like each of these like 5 separate locations, and each of these locations will be where we interact and confront a Oración Seis member. I'm not gonna lie, that'll be really, really interesting to see with what we get in Farmagia. And we got one last character to talk about here, and that is going to be Lucky Lou, who will be Ten's fairy partner and sidekick. Very similar to how Plu was both Haru and Ellie's partner and Rave Master, and much like Happy to being Natsu's sidekick in Fairy Tail and Rebecca in Eden Zero. And he's going to use a lot of like eye references, such as I Captain, I Spy with My Big Eye, and he lacks a lot of like skills such as Fairy Possesses, and he has a lot of hang-ups, and though he's still a juvenile fairy, his body is very apparent to large to fit in a fairy. And then that's basically the gist of Lucky Lou. I'm pretty sure he's going to be like a very fun comedic character. That's pretty much all we've got when it comes to the characters in Farmagia. Once again, it's not a story by Hiro Mashima, but just a game where he's designed the characters. And like I said, his character designs, they stand out so much.
Okay then. There's something else.
Especially because there's also going to be an anime announced, which it's going to be interesting to see. But for the time being, that's pretty much all I have to say when it comes to this discussion video on Farmagia. Let me know what you guys thought on. How are you guys feeling about the game? How do you guys feel about Hiro Mashima's involvement in this game? Are y'all looking forward to it? What's one character like you're really curious to see in Farmagia? And last but not least, do you guys think Ten and Arch will be canon? Let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comment section down below. And aside from the guys, that's pretty much it. I'm LuckyRave. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Farmagia content, Hiro Mashima content, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Later!